I'm no history expert, but I found out some very interesting things about these planes in Chegutu. Chegutu was formerly known as Hartley. Anyway, back in 1997, somebody had the idea of building a restaurant here called the Flying Pot, and these aeroplanes were meant to attract people to stop there. In the background of this, you can actually see the derelict building that's actually burned down. I dug a little deeper and found out more about the aeroplanes. This CN436, for example, was the last Viscount to be built at the Herne assembly plant in southern England. It was sold to the Iranian government in 1961, and in 1965, the Australian Air Force, who had purchased it in 64, used it to transport Her Majesty the Queen Mother during the Royal Australian Tour. Skip a few years, and then in 1971, the Sultan of Oman Air Force purchased the aeroplane, and then in 78 it was sold to the Royal Swazi Airlines. In 79 it was taken back to London and used by Dan Air and returned to Air Bridge Carriers Limited in 1980, who then sold it on to Air Zimbabwe, where it remained in service till November of 1990, where it was then retired. In June of 1996, it was reported and noted as derelict condition, and it was dismantled and sent to Chegutu in 1997. Now CN446, it had its first flight in 1961, where it was delivered to Ghana Airways, where it remained in service up until May 1975, where it was then leased by Mandala Airlines in Indonesia. In 77, the British Airways leased it back for Midlands Airways, and after switching hands a few more times, in May of 81, it was sold to Air Zimbabwe, who used it up until December of 90, where it was then retired. In June 1996, it was noted as derelict condition, and it was then dismantled and sent to Chegutu in March of 1997, where they both remain up until today. Just one disclaimer, excuse the poor quality. All the pictures are actual pictures of both planes during their service history. I've downloaded them off the internet, and hence the bad quality.